When I found out I was pregnant with Theodore, it was exciting and terrifying and every emotion all at once. The best part about Theodore's pregnancy was seeing Coleman get excited about being a big brother.
So at the 20-week, it was a very strange mood in the room. They dropped some very serious news.
We had just found out that Theodore had a congenital heart defect called tetralogy of Fallot. They couldn't get good enough imaging to tell whether or not he had pulmonary atresia. Everything felt chaotic. It didn't matter how much research we did, nothing felt like it was real. Knowing that he had a heart defect, that birth experience was way different. And that's really where that realization of the storm that was ahead of us came to fruition. At 8 days old, he had 3 different stents placed to allow for blood to travel from his heart to his lungs. You usually get that procedure and you get to go home and live a relatively normal life.
This was the turning point. He's gonna be fixed up.
And his first open heart surgery was on August 13th of 2024. He was just over 2 months old, almost 3 months old. We were expecting a full repair, and that surgery didn't really go to plan. There were several moments that they weren't sure that he was going to make it through that procedure.
You walk through that house and you see some families that have been there, all very welcoming, and you can see the setup of the room. You can see the resources for Coleman. You have a playroom and an outside area, snacks that are counter height that he could reach.
It's perfect. It's exactly what you need, especially as a parent. When you don't have to get in the car and drive 45 minutes to get through just everyday life. Laundry, a place to sleep, a place to shower, a place to reset, a place to eat, cook, clean, sleep. You get a lot of your day back where you can spend it at the hospital with your child.
This is gonna be a good thing. You just know that much.
On our second stay, our window faced the PCTU windows. We were able to get some little lights that we put in each one of the windows, and you were able to easily pick out which window was Theodore's. It's a really easy way to feel connected between these two different rooms and worlds that we were living in.
I'd say we took full advantage of what the house had to offer.
All of these little opportunities to have a little bit of joy sprinkled in. The Ronald McDonald house really gave us a community that we didn't know existed and that we didn't know we needed.
Everybody's got a story to tell. We've made some connections and we still talk to those families.
There's a lot of comfort in understanding that there are other families that are going through something that's very similar, and just being surrounded by people that understand. For now, we are living life with 2 crazy boys at home, not at the hospital.
There's a couple more answers, still a lot of questions, but Theodore's in a good place. He's getting into normal baby things, which was always the goal.
If I could give a piece of advice to either parents or a mom specifically that is in a place now that we were a year ago, I would say take all the help that is offered to you, even if you feel like you have it handled.
Do you realize what that community can be for you? And we've been connected to all of that through the Mott community, through the Ronald McDonald house. I would say we're lucky, and you need it more than you know.
Each day is kind of a big question mark, what it's going to hold and what are we going to do with our family. If you don't take care of yourself, you can't take care of your child as best you possibly can.